ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We're about to dive into the next map, potentially the final. It depends if BD4 can finish things off. It's going to be Nuke. Obviously, got myself, Tom Pickering, and the wonderful, fantastic, obviously, Gompers here with me casting this game. And Gompers, how is this map going to go?
I'm thinking it's heading in the way of B4. I mean, like, we saw their performance in the last map, so I don't think anything's going to change here. They're going to continue to be dominant.
I agree. I think that's potentially going to be the case. And right away, we see a charge down over towards the B site through the vents, and this is looking a little bit scary. The bomb is going to get planted almost immediately, and there's just no reactionary positioning from Black Dragons for quite a long time, and so not missing the shot on towards that glass. Perhaps does manage to get a double kill. It's going to be the Julies that I was talking about. Poppins. One.
Still looking over their shoulders here, but the bomb is down. So B4, all they have to do is keep things steady. Godix having to be careful of picking these fights. The only thing that's worrisome here is whether or not the dualies will work. And Anna, nope, gets taken down. So the dualies completely gone. And I mean, the first point once again being led over to B4.
Poppins popping off 4 kills. Nice ADR of 373 right off the first round. Pretty damn good from them. And I mean, I was kind of talking about potential predictions from my side for the first half before we went into, went live rather onto this. And I was like, you know what, I'll be a little bit confident. I think Black Dragons could get 7 rounds on. They have the advantage on the CT side, or potentially an advantage. It really depends on how they play, but I'm starting to question that right off the bat, which might be a little bit too early to do so, but it is a little bit scary.
Yeah, everything working out for B4 once more. Pretty much, I mean, that's a guaranteed win that they're going to be able to take that round. So, nothing really more to it.
Nice default round. 2 rounds on the board. I mean, this is now their bonus round, but for bonus rounds, they've got 2 Galils. Like, that's the only real sort of difference for them when it comes to it. And unlike the CT side where you have like, okay, I'm going to have a Famas for a bonus round, which is absolute trash, but they have a little bit more advantage on that side with that gun. They've got an aggressive push, opening up the door with the grenade, and then peeking through here. A little bit of smoke coming out from the side of B4, but they haven't pushed in towards vents through the smoke. Anna. It's going to get a little bit of damage there, but not too much.
Yeah, B4 in such a good position right now because they pretty much have those 2 points coming in. So they already have the lead. They feel that confidence, and maybe this time around they'll be able to take the bonus once more. But I mean, they have the AKs to give into that damage.
I'm interested to see B4 on the T side. Obviously, we pretty much only saw them on CT side on Dust 2. I'm intrigued to see how patient they play on this. And they have done a good job of it so far in this round, but they're going to be pushing through the smoke. And Babs is there to answer. She's going to be spotting them through. Finds one, but doesn't find the other one. That's just sitting cleanly in the smoke. And unfortunately for her, loses her life, but her team's going to be able to come through for her. They're going to catch the others off guard completely and just slaughter B4. And this is a good sign. I mean, Black Dragons were alive and they were able to back each other up, and they got the trade kills they needed to when they needed to.
This is different because, I mean, you come from like a 13-1 to like now finally being able to take a 2-1. Yeah, this feels good. A lot closer. At least some of that hope, because I feel like if it was a 3-0, I would definitely, like, my mental would deteriorate a bit, but it seems like the mental here for Black Dragons fam staying strong, and as well as that util.
Good amount of util, and B4 going to be on the bit of a back foot. Managed to get the 2 first rounds, but weren't able to convert that bonus round. I don't think they're too upset about this. But they are going to be a little bit worried if they're not careful. Pushing out, Cammy has an opportunity. It's going to be sent on, going to be able to get the first kill, but the spray's going to be coming out from the AK. Doesn't quite work out, but they're going to be able to team up against these players. Anna, the grenade, that should work out fantastically. Doing a chunk of damage to Younger there. Followed up with another nade onto Poppins and co. We now slowed down as B4 trapped in this position. They know they can't turn around easily, but they are going to go for it. They have to pick one direction, and it seems radio room is going to be the one.
Nice shots down. The 2K comes around, and as that wide swing comes down, Black Dragons, they find themselves an opportunity, leaving Younger alone. I'm not sure, yeah, Younger's going to have to take 1v1s, trying to pick some isolations.
1v3 could be one for the highlight reel. If she can manage to pull this one off, but she's only got 30 seconds. She has got the bomb on her back right now, so this is an opportunity, but she has a one-shot headshot kill for a couple of these rifles, but she shuts down one. She now has the opportunity to just run all the way over. Smoke does go out. She decides to not cover up that door, so she's going to go for a default plant. Unfortunately, going to get sprayed through the smoke in 1, 2, 3. Doesn't go down. A bit of damage, but she turns around, gets one, gets the second one, and clutches it. Like I said, one for the highlight reel. What a banger. Let's get some youngers in chat, because that was absolutely fantastic and exactly what B4 Esports needed.
Yeah, 3-1. Giving themselves a bit more of that lead off. And it all started with this. This is where I thought that maybe Black Dragons could completely pick up this round as well. But it seems like not. I mean, you need a couple plays to get yourself up there. And I mean, B4, we know that they have that clutch potential, and a timeout will need it, because that was way too risky of a round.
It's interesting. I mean, as soon as you hear that plant going down and you're going for that spray, where's the follow-up on it? There's nothing happened in that moment.
Nothing. But with the timeout, I think, kind of just discussing what went wrong, I feel like
a lot.
Maybe throwing some caution into the wind. And I feel like right there, the biggest issue is just the 2K that came through firsthand way too quickly. So maybe trying to use some util more diligently, taking these fights a bit easier.
Yeah, I agree. We are going to be seeing a fast-paced game here. They're just going to be wrapping straight through vents. They've made it cleanly, and the rotation is just not in time at all from the opposition side. The bomb isn't down there. It's actually outside. It's like a little bit of a distraction. We could see a bit of an A take at this situation. Lee is going to go in for that smoke. There's going to be a player right in front of her. It's going to be a Mac 10, though. Does get a lot of damage on, but it's going to be Nanny. With the Galil taking down Cammy. Poppins up close and personal here. She has been tagged down, so she knows she has to be a little bit cautious. Babs only got P250 in hand. Is going to get absolutely barraged, but gets the headshot she needed. With one on towards Poppins, but Hannah playing a little bit too aggressively here. Is going to go down. Lee, with a decent amount of positioning, is going to be able to get a double kill. And how? Somehow they've turned it around from the brink of it falling apart.
A lot closer, which definitely gets you wondering, like, how is this game going to go? But interesting, too, because this being the map pick of B4, you would assume there would be, like, a lot more comfort than Dust 2. But I guess, it all just depends on where the team stands right now, because Nuke definitely being a tighter map in terms of, spacing.
There's going to be a pistol. Force buy around here rather on the slide of B4, and two of them going to get burned alive heavily. Flashbang comes out, peek in stow, manage to get the kills, and it's going to be a slaughter fest. These last two players are like, okay, well, what do we do? We forced into this. We've now got very little in the bank. I mean, you just going for the rush over towards the ramp.
To win again. Yeah, it's just a lot, honestly. I think Black Dragons just, maybe the tighter maps work well for them, because there really isn't any potential to back off and try to, take your time with anything, really. You have to pick these fights. You have to try to go for those 1v1s, which I felt like was a big problem before. I mean, they tried to stall for time. They maybe had a little bit too much patience, and I think this is a little bit more suitable for them.
Yeah, it's not even just that they've managed, well, actually, I mean, building upon what you were saying there is the fact that they're pushing up. And as soon as some space is taken, they're pushing into it. They're like, ooh, free real estate, and just charge up. And that's really sort of choking out the opposition. I mean, B4 tried to turn around and run away, and they're unable to. As well as, obviously, Black Dragons, they've, across the board, each one of the players are just playing a little bit more confidently than they were on Dust 2.
Uncomfortable. Doesn't even begin to describe how Black Dragons feel right now. I mean, the pistol round as well, so the confidence definitely up there. But they still owe some respects, which is respectable in itself, right? Like, they're not trying to push up and pick these fights. Instead, they're taking their time. Babs finding a fight just outside.
Charging for it. I mean, keep in mind, there was only Babs from side Black Dragons that managed to get above 10 kills, actually hitting 15 kills on Dust 2. The rest of her team, sub 10 on that front. And they're all looking fairly good so far on this side. I mean, Julie, on this side of B4, though, it was a surprising ton of events, is on 0 kills. I don't think that's going to last too long, though. As soon as they get some guns in their hands, I think they'll switch up. But this pistol round shouldn't really submit to too much on this front. They could get one. They do. It's going to be Nanny, one of their own, younger. The Glock 10. But he's going to be able to get a kill. Tries to turn around and run away, but unable to get too far because Anna's there with the Mac 10. Mac 10, what am I talking about? That's the Tech 9.
They're doing a lot better, which, I mean, I can kind of like describing what I said before, just the tight spacing and the cheeky corners that we were able to see off of this team. And I think actually, you know, this team tends to play within those cheeky corners, which is something I wanted to highlight. So, you know, kind of just giving them the potential to do so here on the defense. And actually, they performed a lot better on the defense on Dust 2 as well. So I think starting off in this side is giving them a bit more comfort starting off.
Yeah, I mean, I came into this predicting 7-8 in the advantage of B4 getting 8 rounds. I think that's still looking fairly realistic on this, unless Black Dragons really do shut down and control the economy of B4, which is definitely a possibility at this point in time. We look at the economy of obviously B4; they have nothing in the bank. They're putting everything into this, and they've got 3 Galils on their side because they opted to get into the utility, which I think is the right call because the Galils can take a lot of those tight corner fights, and obviously, like, they are just decent weapons to take fights with.
Yeah, the fights being the biggest problem. I mean, can they pick them off? I think right here, just B4 have been actually traveling as a group. I think the funniest part is just that they've been getting eliminated as a group as well. So most of the time, just BD waiting out those gunfights and maybe using more util would be the best bet. Like right here, I mean, they use the flash, but they have absolutely no initiation off of it.
Yeah, they didn't follow through. Nanny does take advantage of Sinon playing a little bit too aggressively too. Anna does push on through, gets a kill, and that is the bomb control that they actually needed. Now she can play a little bit around of time. They're going to be playing into a gun. She fires one, goes for the second. It's going to be a 3-piece for her so far. Controlling the bomb is so crucial, and she's been able to chime in with this. It even takes down Young in the process, and now Poppins and Nanny, last 2 players left alive, coming up for air from the B site, wondering, hey, where the hell's our team?
Doesn't seem nowhere to be seen. Understandable though, Poppins is left alone, but they can still pick the fights. It's not done yet though, but of course the complete win out here for Black Dragons.
That's interesting. I mean, I called them out for having fantastic usage of utility, and honestly, that flashbang was a massive scuffle, and it actually backfired on them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe a little bit of nerves getting to them, because obviously this is a fight to the death. I mean, one of these teams is going to land.
It's super, yeah, it is super nerve-wracking too, because B4, you come from a very, very big win to now 3-5. You start to kind of feel that slip away from you. You want to go to Sweden. You want to be able to have the potential to meet everybody in the split just to end things off really. Oh
no. Lee being so efficient, she even kills her own teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, so I mean, like you're saying, there's a lot of pressure there. I mean, B4 went in, smashed it, almost got 16-0 on Dust 2, and obviously this is coming off the back of the fact that they managed to only drop 1 map and win every series during the group stage up to this point. So they've come into this, and there's a lot of big expectations for them. I mean, we both put them down as our predictions.
Yeah, there's at least some uncertainty in the air as well with everything going on. Black Dragon's just on a roll so far. And I mean, of course, before they managed to take 2 off of Poppins.
That's unfortunate. Anna and Lee both fallen far too short. Poppins is alive. The bomb has been lost, but Poppins is coming alive, and in this moment finds a headshot. Looking to add another 4K to herself, and well, she's just done that. Maybe she can add a total ace. She turns around. Flash going to be going out. Cammy's going to be here with the AWP. Gets a shot. Turns around. Great reactions from her. The bomb has been taken. drops the AWP, picks up the AK. I'm going to travel on over through radio room. A position well documented. So this is going to be super difficult for her to be able to try and get into position.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why Julie's watching up towards heaven. Oh, turns around the corner, and I honestly thought she was going to be able to do something with that, but unfortunately not. Quick shot on towards Poppins, shut down that potential ace. Potential Poppins, I mean, a little bit of a savior of the day there, I think, on that front. You can see right here, being able to pick up these kills was absolutely brutal. And this was after she already got a 2-piece.
Yeah, it worked out well, though. BD. Really just forcing B4 into the tactical timeout. There needs to be a change. But of course, with change comes a long talk about, what exactly is going on. So I feel like there isn't enough time in the world to kind of discuss the adaptations that are needed. But I think that B4 are doing a lot better in terms of trying to figure out different strategies, in regards to what Black Dragons was doing in the previous map of Dust 2.
I agree. Well, B4, only 4 rounds away from helping me get my prediction right, and that's all I care about, obviously.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it's going to be a nice trade. Julie has not only surpassed 007, she's now on 0-9. So that's definitely one of the questions I do have, Babs. Takes an aggressive peek, gets a kill, but loses 19 HP. That's definitely an advantage you want to take. She's now going to be taking an aggressive position as well. Smoke really helping cover that up, and Goddess is going to have to jump on top of these barrels, but it's not going to be enough, and she's going to fall. Doesn't quite realize that. Yeah, unfortunately, those barrels are made of plastic, mate.
Yeah, set up. This is scary because, even disregarding, typically, if this were Dust 2, I would feel like B4 would clutch this round because Poppins, right? Like, they were doing amazing within the last map, but it seems like there's just, once again, such struggle with everything going on. Cammy having the op as well just, completely adds on to that. So, you're stuck wondering.
An opportunity here. Cammy gets the kill. That's the bomb holder. Licking on through. She's going to be playing aggressive here through the vents. She may have to make a little bit of a noise. Poppins, last one left alive. She's got 4 kills before. Twice, actually. She's going to have to do it in a bigger and more dangerous advantage. Not on her side. She might be able to get the kill, but unfortunately, the bomb took a little bit too long to go down.
Yeah. Definitely okay, though. Honestly, just more so proud of Black Dragons for, picking themselves back up. And it's so mentally taxing to lose, that much in the last map, right? And you come back, you take things 7-4, you fight for your life. And overall, they feel a lot more grouped together. I feel like, the last map definitely being that warm-up needed and a reality check as well.
Yeah, let's get 7 rounds on the board. Must feel good for Black Dragons.
Yep.
Coming in from that Dust 2 and be like, okay, yeah, what the hell happened? How did we do so badly? How did they get so few rounds on to being able to then do so well on the CT side? Obviously, on Nuke, where they have got advantage, but they are doing it in a way where they are playing better as a team. Cammy is one of those players who has actually been a little bit more on point, Babs burning alive.
Yeah, Julie at this point is just trying to work around. Maybe try to get a flank along. Exactly what they need here. There is some stability with this play.
Slow and steady. Before waiting for that smoke to dissipate. They're going to be following it up with a good use of utility. There is going to be some counter. And Goddess, unfortunately, falls, and Babs is just going to be coming alive. Anna in tow. Only 3 players left alive here, Compass.
Yeah, everybody getting taken down, but that's okay, because before they have Younger for the clutch. Can they retrieve it? No, the headshot not able to be seen, but 2 players coming up alongside or right hand. And B4, they lose again. 8-4. I mean, the gap becoming bigger and bigger.
Did I say 7 rounds for Black Dragons? I'm in 8. I'm in 8 for them and 7 for B4. Wow, I'm impressed. I mean,
yeah,
that was my prediction, obviously based on like if they play the minimal effort ability on the side of the CT on Nuke, where you have this sort of ability to be able to get at least 6-7 rounds on the board. But they're going above and beyond at the moment, playing better as a team. Cammy's alive, Lee's alive, Babs is taking risks and depending on her team to back her up, and that works out fantastically well.
Yeah, just inspecting carefully. The smoke comes down like always, and it's just such a hard situation to fix. They're still grouping each other up, and like they continuously fight for team fights, but never works out the way they want it to. It's just a solid hold from Black Dragons.
Yeah, now Julie has the Galil. Honestly, I chuck that to another player. Not to be toxic, but she's currently on 0-10. There's a reason for that. But not only just that, it's the fact that she's now down to 72 HP. She's far more vulnerable to the opposition as far as they're concerned. I mean, obviously, Anna's the only one with an M4, so it's one-shot headshot for the other guns, but makes her a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah, just establishing a connection here for Cammy. Maybe if I'm patient enough, something will happen. The wide swing was actually so perfect. This might be it for them, but Sidon coming along the side. Some of that damage going off of Younger. Of course, the pistol round is here, but so perfect for B4. And this is what they needed.
Beautiful timing. And now they're going to be able to get down over towards the bomb site, get the plant on.
Yeah.
And just have control. They've got an upgraded weapon for the likes of Poppins. And honestly, if I'm saying for any of these players in this situation, she's probably one you want to have on it. But Lee, Babs, they're trying to retake this.
The retake not working as expected. Babs alone, but this is definitely maybe the top of how B4 is going to feel. Right now, 8-5, and I mean the gap definitely not close. I mean it is pretty close, but still comfortable enough for Black Dragons Fem to maybe make some of these mistakes.
Hmm. 7 rounds on the board, do you think, for B4?
It's a good question. Ask me later.
I don't think it's really fair for me to even ask that. I mean, this is like a buy versus buy, and still a little bit of a force from some of the players on the side of B4. So
yeah,
they've gone on. I'm intrigued to see how they play with this on the T side, and if you could make the difference, because they really need to. Also to mention, Julie went from 0 kills to 3 in that last round. She was the saving grace on the team.
Mm-hmm. Working well. I mean, a 1-to-1. Oh, now more eliminations. 3v3 now. Kind of end things off. And of course, 1 minute and 10 seconds left. So some time to figure out what they want to do. Younger pulling out the ult may just be the best thing for B4. Or continue along to try to close off these gaps.
I think at this point you just save. It's like, okay, well, fair play. Younger playing aggressive with the AWP. I mean, I was wondering how she was going to play with it, and I guess on the T side, that's what you need to do. And she managed to get that kill, which was crucial. If they got backstabbed from behind there, from radio room, it would have been terrible. But good plays from them. And smart from B4 to not play over aggressive. They're kind of just retreating back towards the T spawn, hoping they don't get found. So be careful. You're playing a little bit too aggressive here. It doesn't matter.
No, they continue along. Okay, maybe the 7 is possible. I said before, I'm not sure. But, the way that things are playing out, once again, like, these teams are so unpredictable. 1 second, you could be riding on a wave, and then the next, like, B4 could just, not really be feeling it within that certain map. But, yeah, just definitely playing against themselves in their own map pick, unfortunately.
I was definitely scared for Nuke being picked. The likes of Black Dragons. Oh, you hate to see it when the jumps are missed. Younger misses that boost, but she does manage to get the kill in the end anyway. She has been tagged down, and Julie, on the other hand, does get a kill, but Trade's going to be coming through. Sinon has a decent position. Grenade's going to be going out. She can go for the peak on this as well. Finds the kill, and it's on the bomb holder. The bomb's gone down. Now they have to try and pick it up. The flash is going to be going out on the play. With the 5-7 is going to be playing far too aggressive, and it's going to get found. Sinon has found her way up for close and personal here. Lay down below. Anna is going to be holding tight with the MP9 around this corner. Does she play too aggressive? Potentially finds one, and now it's going to be a 1v1.
The taking Goddess gets the plant down, but if we're talking in terms of who can clutch us out, Sinon has been playing tremendously lately. The aim completely unmatched, so I mean, is Goddess feeling it right now? Are they feeling the confidence, or is it going to be completely fumbled? Maybe this cheeky corner might help, but there it is, perfect off of Goddess. And this is what they needed here for B4.
What a fantastic turn of events. I mean, 8-7. I got the scores right, but the wrong way around. Black Dragons coming through, managed to pick up 8 rounds. But is it enough? We shall see as we switch on over towards the T side after this short break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the ESL Impact Season 2 group stage. I'm there for B4 versus Black Dragons. I'm here with Compers. My name is Tom Pickering. It's going to be the final map. What could be the next stepping stone to the third map?
Yeah. Already, luckily enough, B4 was able to take things 7-8, but, you know, when you look at things in a different perspective, Black Dragon's doing a lot better than the first map, but Nani, okay, maybe trying to find the first pick. Damage? Doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, she got a kill onto Anna and then managed to follow up with a lot of damage as well. And Julia's going to be chiming in. She was like, wait, I might have waited 10 rounds to get the first kill first half, but not this time around. So on, she falls, and now it's all going to be down to Cammy. Last one left alive, and it's not how you want to start the round. Start the half, rather.
Yeah, definitely not the perfect way to get yourself, but 8-8 for B4. And let's not forget, right? Like, they're fighting for the LAN that you can go to in Sweden. B4, if they win this one, this is it for them.
It's that sweet, sweet plane ticket to the LAN event over in Sweden. I know that. Myself would love to go to Sweden.
I agree. Me too.
Even more so for these players.
Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. No. I feel like we're both, you know, advertising ourselves, just like how Nani's advertising the win for B4.
Oh, an absolute clutch player. I mean, obviously, it's like a pistol round, but just a little bit of information for you out there. She's the highest killer on the server when it comes to LANs out of these two teams. And I mean, these two teams haven't got a crazy amount of time on LAN, so they're still a little bit fresh-faced on that front, but she has managed to get 60 kills on LAN. I think both teams have played around 71 rounds, strangely. Exactly the same on LAN, so.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing too bad here, but what works out, right? Babs being alone is definitely the scariest thing for them right now for BD. Oh, I saw 360, but I feel like they're having fun now.
Just looking at Younger's camera there, it makes me laugh. She's so close to it.
Exactly.
She has like the monitor within like a couple of centimeters of her face, and the camera's just zoomed in.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Reminds me of when I've been on like FaceTime or something with my mom, and the camera's just like really close to her face. It's like, no, just, you know, put it a bit further away. Younger is slapping. She has got AWP in hand for the last game, last half rather. Interesting to see when she pulls out for the CT side.
Oh, a hard one to fight. That's okay. Let's see what happens here. Goddess working up just the outside, so the extremities of everything happening here. Oh no, and finding a fight just outside of fence. Babs finds pick of their own, leaving this to a 4v4.
4v4, but when Babs has 9 HP, that just puts you instant disadvantage on that, on sort of any fight you do take. But if they can take, obviously, a player advantage sort of kind of fight is what you want to do, and that's similarly what they're looking to do over towards the B site here. They may have an opportunity to be able to take out the player who is sitting down over towards site. Yeah, broken the window. Julie's going to be sitting back at the site behind Silo, unspottable until they're fairly deep in. There is a spray going to be coming out through the door there, and unfortunately for her, Anna goes in through the double doors, gets the kill, and now this is a potential game changer for them. Even with Babs on low HP, they have everything in favor of them.
What looks like it's going in favor is in B4 and the plays they're putting alongside, especially the fights that they pick. Younger taking off Lee, and Lee being a really big fragger for the team definitely is going to be a detriment for them.
Oh, Babs is still alive. She's got low HP. Goddess takes down Cammy. Poppins going to be pushing in, and now it's going to be the one and only Babs in the 1v3 with low HP. Stood no chance.
Yeah.
Goddess took it down.
Ooh, exciting to see. Okay, well, this is where the storyline starts to take a turn. B4, they brought themselves back up. They picked themselves and dusted themselves off after a possible loss that could have happened, and they said, you know, let's just fix the mistakes and let's take it home. So 10-8, bringing things close to a close.
Black Dragon's coming into this half with advantage, but seemingly might not be enough. They are going in for the push, but unfortunately for them, Goddess is there. The bomb is fallen out of the play zone for them. They're going to have to rush into D-Day zone, and
Yep.
Not try to pick it up. This is not looking good for them. They have managed to pick it up and back off, but not so good. He's eventually going to be able to get the kill. Young are going to be playing close and personal here with the AWP. Is able to back off in time. Mom is recovered. Cammy's still alive. P250 in hand.
I know a certain understanding, but what's next is what can Younger do? Especially with the op in this angle, but what can Cammy do in a 1v4?
Looking at the bank, honestly, you want to try and just survive this, but Bino's get that round loss bonus. So, worth a little bit more. I can't remember if she had body armor or not there. If she had, I think she would have saved, so probably not.
$11-8. I'm going to keep repeating this because it's absolutely unbelievable seeing, you know, what exactly is going down before our eyes. Oh, man. Lan. Imagine, like, just the pit in your stomach you must feel if you're Black Dragons. And that can really mess up your mental. Like, and you know, I wouldn't normally typically say this, but like it is very, very excruciatingly hard to not alter your gameplay when something so big is on the line.
There's a lot of pressure, and
yeah,
I mean, opportunities like this are career changing, life changing. Being able to go to an event like this, especially within the Impact League, it's so important to be able to get through to these, and they're right on the cusp of being able to do it. They got dominated on Dust 2. They come through. They do fantastically well on the first half, but when push comes to shove, they're not doing so great. And Younger, she's going to be coming alive. The AWP takes the peek, gets the quick shot. Babs goes down.
Oh, Anna, nice around the corner. This may be it for BD. I mean, look at that. Up straight through. They get a couple through the smoke as well. So leaving this to a 4v3. The operator. I mean, the op. My apologies in the hands of Cammy.
There you go. Let it slip.
Yeah. Let it slip. Hey, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is, truly.
Oh, there we go. That is absolutely brutal. But Nanny from behind is going to be able to get a kill, but the information's here. Anna's right in time to get the trade. This is exactly what is needed, but Julie going to be coming in from behind. Again, from Secret. They're all just dogpiling in the same spots, but the smoke does go down. She could just push through this and really just play balls to the walls. She has an opportunity. She just realized the pressure's here. This is a player who did not perform the majority of this game. She struggled to get a single kill on the board. Then, as soon as she managed to pick up 3, that was really the turning point.
Yeah, the win is great here. Implying a little bit to Black Dragon's Femme. So, I mean, it's not over yet. The third map is definitely possible. Just a slight pause to the game to see what's happening around here. But, oh my God, what do you think, Tom? I want to hear your thoughts.
It's so difficult because I honestly, with B4, they are a fantastic team, and they have every advantage out on their side, and they can come into this round with a purchase. But the economy is potentially starting to build for Black Dragons. You can see they've got a little bit more money in the bank. They could buy next round. It wouldn't be fantastically great, but they've got a loss bonus of this round for 2.9k. So they can force this into the next round. So even if they do lose this, that's potentially 12-9 on the board, and then recovery rounds and force B4's economy to get absolutely destroyed. I think odds are in B4's favor, but BD have a strong chance. But they have to control the economy.
Yeah, controlling what is to come, Julie. Only the angle. Everybody's just pretty patient here. I mean, as before, you know, you're picking these fights. You don't want to lose anything just yet. This is starting to get very, very difficult to keep things one-sided.
Good use of utility, but they didn't really do anything off on the back of it. Aside from Die, 2 of them are going to be falling down. Make that 3. Julie's going to be absolutely slaughtered and eventually goes down, but Younger is going to be chiming in, takes down Cammy. Lee eventually going to be able to get that trade off, but it's going to be a little bit too late on that front. Now she's left alone and alive, and She's going to have to fend for herself with the bomb in hand. If she can kill one more player, that's going to be a good dent in the economy this side. Goddess in particular would be a good kill. Winning it would be absolutely golden, but a single kill would be great. She knows where one of the players is. Didn't have many bullets. Gonna have to reload.
Oh, no. I mean, they've hit the double digits, so they're in a comfortable spot, but BD still yet to kind of bring themselves to that. But look at this angle holes. I mean, they still stuck their grounds, and they pretty much took that home. I mean, perfect gameplay from B4.
Yeah, and I think that was an example of where it was Julie just like, I can depend on my teammate. And just held and just sat there. It was like, right, even if I go down, I need to make sure I delay them and at least get a couple of kills. And then I'll have my teammate Younger with AWP to try and get trades off. And so it worked out great for them. And that's the kind of trust you have to have in your teammates.
Yeah. Yeah, not an easy thing to kind of, you know, completely entrust 100%. But B4, I mean, they did it before in the map of Dust. They're coming into this and, you know, they're putting that trust there because they need to. You know, coming into the land, and if they can possibly make it, considering what BD wants to put together, but already coming through, it's gonna be Pop. Oh my gosh, Pop is just popping off once again, completely ridding BD of their lives in a matter of seconds.
They've lost grip on any sense of or semblance of control on the economy. E4 just have every advantage right now. They have enough money in the bank to buy into the next round, and because they've got such so many rounds ahead of Black Dragons, and if Black Dragons being in that kind of deficit, it is going to be painful, especially with the economy the way it is for them.
Yeah.
Smoke was messed up though.
There's a lot to do with what's to come next. Poppin's hiding up above and taking another angle as well, so they kind of reposition themselves a bit to catch people off guard.
Oh, you can see this. I think that was actually Goddess doing a little bit of bait, trying to get one of the players just to rush in. I love that kind of play, but she has given away a position. There is an aggression from outside here. Smoke's going to be coming through. Flash is going to need to come through as well. Goddess is going to be preparing for this. They don't catch her at all. She's going to be able to find the first two. Not the third, but Poppins makes quick work of Lee, and Alchemy picks up the rifle. It's not got that many bullets in. It's going to be hiding around the corner. Two of them left alive to try and take this 2v4.
You're walking up. Tabs finds the angle. Nice. Off of fun. It's just never going to end. Younger been taken down, so there's a lot more potential here for BD to take things back. But Babs is so low that you pick a fight, you might get taken down, but they're trying to work their way around the outskirts.
It's difficult. They're going to go for the slide, which has two players, and Poppins has this angle tight. She's going to take down Babs in a couple of seconds and follow up. It's going to be the hard peek, and Cammy just goes down. A little bit unfortunate, but a predictable position here for Poppins to be in. She was just in a solid spot where it's just depending that no one was going to go up above. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but fairly well played on the side of B4, and they may well just close out here.
Yeah, they take over for B4 Esports 14-9. And this typically wouldn't be worrying, but under the circumstance that Black Dragons were getting a couple rounds, you know, every once in a while to kind of eliminate this iteration of, you know, B4 taking rounds over and over and over again. Like, the eco is just rich.
God. 14th round on the board now. Like, Dragons just in a pit of despair as far as it goes for their economy. They now have to try and play for overtime. Like, keep that in mind. Like, they're playing in overtime. Or are trying to. That's insane, unless they somehow manage to win this one out, which is very doubtful, especially when they're just going to be pushing straight into the Molotov because that smoke failed. Two of them go down right off the bat. Now they're just going to be pushing through. Hey, out behind them, they're going to catch them off guard, but not going to be enough. Bab's going to be last one left alive. May well be able to make it work for her. The bomb is not with her. armor and a rifle that pushes in, and Goddess, even with that disadvantage of sitting on the ladder, is going to be able to get the kill, and that's going to be the 15th and penultimate round on the board.
Serious point to end things off. The land coming so close to their hands here for before, and it just feels so bittersweet to Black Dragons as well as before, just because of the struggles that they had to come through, but so bitter in the mouths of Black Dragons. So really big for them to kind of pick things up now, or I mean, obviously, like it's match point. It's now or never.
Yeah, quite literally. I mean, we're now down to the point where obviously, I think it was like a decent choice of not trying to force into that.
Yeah.
To play for the overtime, but really it is that ultimate, well, everything's on the line now. Take a pause, take a breather, try and work out what you've been doing wrong, and they don't have any kind of advantage coming into this. They're on the T side on Nuke, a map that is famously not a good map for Ts. A lot has changed since this new iteration came out many years ago, but it's definitely still the side of obviously B4 that have the advantage going into this. So we need good use of utility. We need good use of the shots as well, and not to run into Molotovs and get burned alive like Babs is doing right there.
Yeah, up in the air, Babs. Looking for something, and the tension is there. It's the last round. You want to play it safe, but is safe the right way to go? Especially knowing that before have been actually fragging out with these safe types of plays.
Oh, Poppin's going to be popping off right here. Now gets a double kill. She's been an absolute beast. Going in for even more. She's not done. It could be another one. Anna could be falling down, but she's going to be able to get the kill. Take down Poppins, but now she's going to be in a 1v3. She can't do anything, and Goddess gets the final kill, and there we go. B4 Esports. They're going to land. They're going to be flying out to Sweden. What an app. Fantastic and godly.
It just feels so good looking at the smiles. The way they yelled the moment they won. They knew what they were getting themselves into. Look at the face of disbelief. They've made it. They've made it to the land.
Oh my God. And just keep in mind, Poppins is a young star rising. Look at that expression.